Hey, good morning, y'all. Good morning. What it is? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We are in the morning show. Do me a favor. Y'all know what to do. Share,
tag,
all the above.
Tell your mama, tell your daddy,
Fact,
brother, sister, cousin.
Fact. About to get into it this morning.
Hit it. 3, 2, 1, let's. Y'all know what we listen to, but it's Janet. I'm feeling it. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. We're just doing our we sharing, we liking. Tap in this morning. Tap in. Tippity tap. Good morning. Yo, my mic is still so loud. Truth is, I'm loud.
Somebody want all the smoke.
Right. My bad. My fault. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. We just do me a favor. Just share and subscribe for us, please. I appreciate it. We'll be coming in just about a minute 30. Yeah. It's Friday, y'all. That's a real thing. I ain't gonna lie to you twice. It's Friday. Huh? Cheers to the weekend, right?
Hey, morning.
Good morning. I'm
I'm
trying
Afros
to log out and log in.
I'm Afros and Americans.
There we go.
My boy Josh always be on YouTube because he refuses to download the Facebook app.
I got you. I got you. I'm gonna pay attention when you comment. I got you. I dig it. Listen, sometimes you just be like, I'm over it. Please let us know how we're doing with our audio. That was real quick. Wasn't ready. Fire 716 Radio, your boy Big Frank. You locked in at Big Frank in the morning. It's me, myself, and my boy, the Dark Knight, in the room.
What's good?
How you feeling on today? All is well with you, my good brother?
I am feeling good. I am feeling great. You know, positive energy today.
No, definitely, because today is just it's Friday. You gotta turn up, be lit,
Sunny outside.
But yesterday was a full day for me. Like, yesterday left the studio and I made some amazing connections with the did in our studio 716 joint. That was fire. I'm on there every Thursday from 6 to 6:30. Then I went over to this thing called Trek, and Trek is like the tourism regional economic. I'm making these names up, but
I've seen that building.
And so they help. What they do is they help with like business plans and getting things formatted properly. So rocking out with them and talk to them, had good dialogue. Ran over to Buffalo. You know what I mean? Got my car slightly, you know what I mean, together. It needed real deep buff and wax. But I mean, yesterday was a full day. It was a great day. What's crazy right now, I'm working on, this is what I call onboarding content, okay? Okay, so just real quick for those who are listening and watching, you want to be a personality, you want to try radio, you want to give it a chance, you want to learn radio. By the end of the week, I'll have the full application, interview, and that training process. Get that going. So, I mean, it's positive, definitely positive, and we're just rocking out. But listen, we're going to get into the question of the day. You got a chronicle for us today? You got a chronicle?
I can think of one.
When we get back, we get into a chronicle. We'll make it happen. It's going down. Big Frank in the morning right here on 5716. What it is and what's up. Because I do that all the time now. Yeah, let me know how my audio doing out here. Make sure I'm not too aggressive for y'all. Killing the game. So for those who don't know, DMP Speaks. He has his own little podcast he does at 9 o'clock on Thursdays, I believe, or Wednesdays. I could be wrong. But he's coming to the radio station. And he's going to do a show every Saturday at 2 o'clock. So make sure you guys tap in and support him. Very encouraging, uplifting, transparent. Like it's really good content, and you don't want to miss that, y'all. When y'all pull up, say good morning. I see 4 of y'all, but I ain't heard nothing. I mean, just say good morning. All right, good morning. Okay, where my girls at? Oh, my kids apparently. Y'all wait. So y'all keep wifey lifted in prayer. She doing okay, but she pregnant. She is pregnant. Good morning, y'all. I appreciate it. Good morning. and Grand Rising. Come on, wake up this morning. It's good to be alive. It's good to be present. It's great to be here. All right. No fear, no hesitation. So be great. You know what I mean? Listen, y'all see the question on the screen? Y'all feel free to write your comments, man. How important is mentorship to you? And do you have a mentor, and why not? You know? Dang, I probably should have chosen this question. Because who my mentor was, and I'll tell you how I hear it, still is. Your boy, the Bishop, the Prophet, Joseph Briggs Jr., you know? And how, you know, it's, you know, facts. The late apostle, because he was my future present. And I feel like at this point in the journey of life, you need somebody who is successfully executing where it is you're trying to go, so that you can be, you know, taught and learned and developed, and what works and what doesn't work, trial and error. And I think if you don't have mentorship, you'll find yourself spinning wheels. And I don't want to use the word wasting time, but you'll find yourself not having proper time management. Yeah, I mean, everything has a timing and experience. I got you, but sometimes it's like, dang, but did I even have to go through this like this? Now, what's crazy is that when I watch Facebook on my phone, I can now outside is my phone watching Facebook. So now I can call people out. Yo, what you doing? I see you walking by. Definitely. When we get back, y'all, everybody get into a chronicle. My boy Daniel getting ready to hit us with a chronicron, little word of wisdom. Nope. It's still haven't cleaned out the playlist. I have the best mentor mom in the world. She has literally pulled me up in every aspect of life. You can only tell when it's. You can really tell when it is something that God is. Oh, definitely. I think that that's important too. Everybody who said they a mentor, just be men on tour, okay? Just men on tour, just wrong objective or agendas. So yeah, I mean, so definitely having a God-sent mentor is important. Let me do me a favor, guys, and pull you guys up over here some kind of way. It's my name, Frank. So guys, I'm just getting my camera, my visual together. I want to be able to make sure I'm tapped in. We're coming in after this. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We'll be in. I kind of want to make smoothies today, but then again, then again. Right, I don't even know audio coming through. I want to make sure I can see you guys. I take that. Good view there. Come on, look at me, working it out.
Doing bigger things.
I'm hungry too. I did not eat this morning breakfast. I did not consume, and I was not wise.
I had a banana.
I woke up late. Sorry, I'm shaking it out. But better from here. Yeah, easy. Just stay focused. It'll be worth it. I'm gonna take singing lessons too. I'm learning how to sing.
You got it. You got it, cuz.
It can be coming in 45 seconds, y'all. 45 seconds, we're getting into it.
Yo, you'll see US. I'll see you. Album coming soon.
Okay.
It's gonna be a Willie McDowell album. I was gonna say Frank Handley on it.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked in at Big Frank in the morning. It is currently 24 minutes past the top of the hour. It is 32 degrees on the outside. I pray you're in a good mood today. It is Friday. Turn up, be lit, be fire, be amazing, be awesome, be off the chain, be authentic, be you, be good, be real. Be. It's going down. It's going down this morning. Listen, let's head over to my boy the Dark Knight with our chronicle for the day.
I got one. What's good with y'all today? Today, I'm gonna bring up something that was brought up to me.
Ooh.
And we gonna talk about feeling acknowledged. Is it a need or is it a want? Story. So I work at a place that is ran by a people that's owned by someone else. All right. And at this place that I will not say because I don't want no problems, they don't acknowledge people at all, right? And it's in a way that it does, and they work you to a certain, but they work you to the bone.
Gotcha.
But they don't give you any, they don't show you any love.
Yeah, right.
Right. People leave, people come, turnover is what it is. Me personally, I didn't know, I wasn't taking it, that being in a space where you're not acknowledged creates negativity in you.
Absolutely.
And it will carry on to other things. Yesterday, I had a talk with my fiance / wife. She knows who she is. She knows she is. And we talked about being acknowledged and how even though you may not be acknowledged one place, it doesn't mean that you're not acknowledged somewhere else. But it can be shrouded in the negative from the other thing that you're not being acknowledged from.
Oh, definitely.
So I'm here to tell you that even if you feel that you're not needed or wanted somewhere, someone does want you, and someone does appreciate you.
Definitely.
And if that person ain't tell you, I'll tell you, I love you, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I think that acknowledgement is important. The reason why I say so is because it's good to know. It's a good feeling to know that, okay, you appreciate the labor that I've done, because it hurts to be like, have somebody complain when you've poured out your heart, your energy, and you're trying to do something, and you give me a complaint. Like, dang, you have no idea how much effort I've put in to execute what I'm executing.
Right.
For you to come and not acknowledge it, or have a negative, or you highlight the negative, is discouraging. And so I think acknowledgement is important. That everybody don't need accolades, everybody don't need the, oh my God, it's me.
Right,
No,
right,
but listen, just know that I see you grinding, I see you working, I see you. All right, as long as somebody sees me, it doesn't feel like I'm out here spinning my wheels in vain. And I think that even goes into the question of the day. Listen, are you how important is mentorship for you? All right, that's part one of the question. How important is it to you? And do you have a mentor, and why not? When we get back, we're going to dig into that. It's going down. Fire 716, Big Frank in the morning. Coming up, we got TLC, Jaheim, and Casey right here on Fire 716, Big Frank in the morning.
Not the KC and the JoJo. KC and the JoJo.
Tell me what you want from me. This gives me Saturday morning before the barbecue, getting the picnic together
before anybody come.
Right.
Yeah, before everybody come.
Facts. Before anybody pop up.
Hey,
if you want to, I know you guys are listening on air. If you want to tap into the music aspect of the radio station, you got to download the app, Fire 716 Radio, from your Android or App Store, iOS device, whatever you got going on. Download it.
The optimal way to listen to us is also listening to the radio.
Facts. So
watch what we do. Listen to the groove in the background.
Yeah, no, facts.
Rather than cleaning the house.
I'm low key tired, but I'm here though. I'm low key. I'm low key tired to I know it's Friday. I should be lit, but if I'm not talking, I just might have fell asleep. I just might have drifted into a slumber. But mentorship for me, it was just a question this morning because I was watching a couple of different things. I watched Donnie McKirkland, and he talked about his failed relationships. Mm-hmm. How he felt like he would be almost single forever because he just didn't know how to operate successfully in his relationships. Mm-hmm. But it's like, dag, as much oil you got and all the things you would know how, but where's your mentor? You've been mentored in music. And I think too, do you have categories of your mentorship? You mentor me in business, but you mentor me in my spiritual journey, ministry, but you mentor me on a whole personal level. I think that understanding that one mentor isn't always enough.
Right.
And I think
some mentors don't fill your whole
facts.
Everything you need.
Absolutely. And then I'm talking mentor, not spiritual fathers. I got 16,000 spiritual dads. He's my spiritual dad. He's my spiritual dad. My spiritual dad. And that can become a clash of things. But there's people I have for ministry, for my marriage, then for business. Mm-hmm. And they're not all the same. So I think that's important too as well. Give me one moment, guys. I need to go bite this apple. Give me a hot second. Get me my sugar getting low. Oh, just pull up. Just say good morning. Say good morning. All right, we talk about mentorship. Comment. No, definitely comment. You are the guest this morning. Okay. No fact.
Comment, call in, whatever.
No fact. Because that's something that you got to really think about and consider. Do you, not nobody else, but do you have a mentor? Do you have somebody that you look up to that's going to help you develop into the next level of who you are, the next phase? Do you have one? And then why not? Why, if you don't have one, you do, why? Why? What is it that they offer to you that's better than what you have now or been having just in general? And then, because sometimes parents ain't the best mentors, sometimes they are. We talked about that yesterday a little bit, but on a more intense, serious note, what's your destination? Where are you going?
What's your goals?
What
are your goals?
What are your goals? What is it that what is it that you're looking for? What are you pursuing? And how to get there? Because the conversation I had yesterday, I'm supposed to get up and get an apple, and my body is talking to me. Yesterday, I had a conversation with business developers because listen, I don't have all the answers. I can Google. Good morning, Julian. Good morning. I can Google. I can search and do all of those things, but I need help in the mentoring process to become a regional, I heard the word from the Lord, successful business that's evolving and growing. I talk all the time about this place being too small, but if I'm not surrounding myself with people who are excelling in what I'm doing myself a disservice, And I think that is something that we lack as a culture. Like, who
we lack hands reaching down to pull up.
No, now you talking. Here you go. Reach. Give me apple. Don't
But yeah, man. What's y'all goals? What are you looking for? What are the things that keep you up at night? What are the things that you're really reaching for? And as you reach, do you have someone that's reaching back for you? If you don't, why? And not even in a why, like why haven't you found them, but what do you think are some of the reasons to why there isn't someone that's reaching back for you? It's not just about, not necessarily just in your community. It could be, we international now, you got Facebook, everything, is there someone reaching out for you? Me personally, I got a lot going on, but I don't really think I have anybody that is. I don't have a mentor for a lot of things that I think I want to do. What up, Dave? What up, Dave? Your kids can't mentor you, bro. Shout out to my nephew and my niece, though. Love them. My girl Autumn, my boy Malachi. Well, yeah. Talk to me. What you looking for? What is there? Yeah, there we go. What are you looking for? And what is there for you?
David Banks said, "My kids are your mentor,"
and that's what I said. I was like, "What you talking about, Dave? Your kids can't mentor."
I think that your kids, may be your motivation, but for your kids to be your mentor seems it helps them. They can push you to better and get you. No, thanks. So
that's true.
I believe that the kids are more so an inspiration. But when I talk mentorship,
they're a battery.
No thanks. Mentorship is somebody who can help you and teach you how to accomplish where they are. My mentor, I'm going to say it. I won't. I'm trying to use my words wisely because it can backfire. Mentorship. I can get my mentorship from somebody who's experienced the thing. Outcome can be positive or negative. They can still learn. Listen, don't do this. This is what I did. Whatever. But it really comes from somebody who has gone through an experience to help you execute your plan in your life. I think children are definitely a motivation. Definitely a motivation and a pusher to the dream, the vision, the goal into better, 100%. But you need somebody to be like, okay, your kids are not going to show you how to be a successful husband. They're not going to show you. They may motivate you to be one in trial and error, but you're not going to be it. You need somebody who's successfully have a successful marriage or who's doing well.
Let's take it all the way back to the absolute beginning. You know what I mean? Like your first mentor is your parents, right? So like those are the people that you learn from, that you take from, that you glean from. But at the same time, your parents don't know everything. They can't They can't push you. They can't push you all the time in the direction in which you may want to go. They may be able to provide you with direction.
Yes.
But because they might not have been there, they might not be able to work it out for you. Though you got some parents that really do push. You know what I mean? That like go the extra mile and stuff. Like when I wanted to play sports and stuff, like my parents, like when my teams, they have coaches. My dad coached, my mom coached.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And shoot, mommy had to learn everything on her own.
5716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked into Big Frank in the morning. I pray that your day is going well so far. Listen, we're getting ready to get into our question of the day. And the question of the day is, how important is mentorship to you? Do you have a mentor, and why not? I know this is like a 3-part question because I'm a preacher, and 3 points in the poem is really a strategy for preachers. But the first question, we had a few people online comment, and I read it earlier. I said read it again. Mia Washington, first and last name, forgive me, said that I have the best mentor mom in the world. She's literally pulled me up in every aspect of life. You can really tell when there's something that God has ordained, 100%. And then David Young said that my kids, and we talked to him about how his kids is his motivation, his drive to be better and to advance, which is very amazing and a blessing. And I would never take that away from the kids. Before we can even ask the question seriously about whether have a mentor, because you said something great, that our parents are our first mentor. They set a tone or a standard of what could be.
Right. They're the people that now when you go to school, you're like, well, my mama said, well, my dad said.
Yeah. And I think that great for the family. And sometimes we talked about it before, y'all yesterday.
Yeah, sometimes they ain't.
They're not the best. Right. But the question that I have for you before I even ask about mentorship, the question is, where do you want to go, and what do you want to do?
Right.
Because for you to have a mentor into something that you don't want to accomplish, the energy that they'll spend trying to mold and shape you into something you're not willing to receive because, this is not what I want to do. And there's a journey of life of discovery, trying to figure things out. And I can respect that. But I really want to ask the question and really think, who do you look up to? Like what are you striving to be, and who's there to help you get there? And for us, I'm gonna say it. Sometimes this is the drug boys. It look good. The game,
because the money, and I get it. But there has to be something more. So Daniel, how important is mentorship to you? In my life, mentorship has been important, even when I didn't know it was happening.
Come on.
Like, I am not a businessman. Never have been. Never have been. I won't say I never will be, but the understanding of business is not something that I grasp and pull in with full force. Okay. It's not math, it's not English. I don't get it really. But I did have a good mentor in it. Paula McDonald. She really did put in me a lot, even though once again, it's not something I necessarily grasped that. And at the time, I didn't think that it was that important.
Yeah.
But it was. But she put a lot into me. She still does from time to time. You know what I mean? But business isn't something I really want to do. Though business has to do with everything. Yeah. And that's why it kind of worked out in that shape of mind. And I didn't really notice until probably now that we bring it up, like yesterday, my brother was like, he was like, I wouldn't want to buy I wouldn't want to live in the nicest house on a bad street. And I was like, well, why not? And he was like, if you bought a house on a bad street, that's only $30,000 and then you fix it up. He was like, you know, it's gonna make it seem like it's not gonna raise the property value of the street or the house. And I was like, yeah, but if you buy a house that's $30,000, and then you get a house loan that's like $100,000, why don't you just buy the house next to it? And now you got two. Now you got two houses. Now you got two nice houses on the street.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? And I would never have thought that way without that kind of push. But as far as what I want to do and things that I want to be, I don't have a mentor right now.
Yeah,
I would love to have one.
Yeah.
So, you know, mentorship to me, I think it's a step up.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, we talk about grinding and doing stuff on our own and taking it out the mud all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And white people don't take it out the mud, y'all. So like we should not be, you know, don't get me wrong. Have pride in your ability as a people to dig a hole, plant a seed, and grow it. But at the same time, we need to also start taking initiative.
No, definitely.
Like I said earlier, to reach back and giving somebody a small tree to plant instead of giving them here a seed and putting it in the ground for you. You know what I mean? And so I think mentorship is important for everybody. I think it gives you a leg up. And a good mentor will get you all the way there.
No, definitely. And I think that for me, mentorship it's a requirement, because the truth is you can't do it alone. And sometimes you don't know what you can do until somebody shows you, like, no, you're more than capable to handle this. But if you don't have a mentor, you don't know where you're going, or you're not connected, and you're not putting yourself in the seat of those who are excelling and doing well. Sometimes it's not the fact that there's no hand out to pull you up. It's the fact that you don't have a hand out to get pulled up either. So it's really a two-way street. Like, if you want a mentor, what are you doing and where are you looking for that mentorship?
Sure, let's talk about that. Something that maybe we need to like put together is like a list of where can you find quality mentors at?
Listen,
like how do you find a mentor if you're looking for a mentor?
No, fact. Listen, we'll get into that when we get back right here on Fire 716 Big Frank in the morning. No, that's definitely a real thing.
That's a definite thing. I feel like it's not. I feel like that's something that is not at all. Like, we have all these development things, and this is sometimes is why I miss school, because I'm the type of person that I need somebody to help me focus. So like in school, which we've all been in school. In school, your teacher puts on you the pressure to get stuff done, right? But when you become an adult, and this also has to do even in college, which I learned the hard way. When you become an adult, no one is going to push you to do anything. So, which I feel is why it's even more important to have a mentor. I feel like even when you go to college, they should have a space for mentors. Yeah. Specifically, because you go through your whole education being pushed from behind, and then all of a sudden, everybody take their hands off.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's real. That's real.
Like, how you expect me to ride this bike when you've been holding me up this whole time? And I think that is unfair.
No, that's real, because we are schoolwork, schooling, the push, high school, the push. But then after that, you are on your own. If you didn't develop the habit to push yourself at this point, you're in trouble.
Right.
And I don't know exactly, but I think that too, though, this is the challenge you have in knowing where you're going. Because
having a goal definitely will help you.
Because if you don't know where you want to go, you don't know where to go for help. For example, business. I know I want to be a successful business, So I heard in the wind about a location that deals with business. I've been looking at businesses. So I'm going to put my feet and hands and myself in the location of where the businesses are, hoping that when I reach up, that somebody's going to have a handout for me, not just, and you know, we're a handout, but the handout is to help me pull up.
See, when you say handout, you don't mean
like,
giving you something.
Yeah,
you mean somebody reaching out for you.
Facts.
And that's something that we don't have all the
time. Yeah, because I'm reaching out. Reaching, but it's like, reach back. And I think that my I ain't gonna hold you, my previous mentor, the apostle, still is, just because we just had so much vision for the future. He reached out to me. He connected with me. He understood me, but we understood where we had to go and what it took to get there. And that was life changing. And I tell people all the time, I see my future present, meaning that I'm going. Oh, Mia, side note. Mia, I want you to know that I read that comment. And at first glance, I was like, what? I just, my mind was just not in the clear thought. But Mia says, I feel like I lucked out. My spiritual mom is also jumped up.
It's also my mentor in almost everything. And I didn't necessarily look for her. But as far as looking for a mentor, when I was in college, I went to a professor of my hardest class and asked if she would mentor me. It's not something that's easy, especially for an introvert. But if you see someone where you want to be, it'll push you to open up.
And that's real. And this is the part which is nobody's playing. Like, where do I want to be? Because I can't successfully mentor you if you don't know where you're going. Now, what I can do is I can expose to you resources and ideas and thoughts, but expose. Here we go. Exposing yourself to a thing and then mentorship is not the same. I've exposed my.
Do you think that you need to first be exposed to a lot of things before you seek out what a mentor? Because I feel like I was exposed to a lot of stuff, but when in the beginning I really didn't know what I really wanted to do. I talked about it yesterday. Like, I wanted to write, but I didn't see
writers.
You know what I mean? I don't know any. You know what I mean? Even the poets that I knew, they were spoken word poets. They was writing and they was going to coffee houses and just speaking off the top of their head. You know what I mean? I knew deaf poetry. You know, I could read a book. You know, at one point I was reading all James Baldwin because I wanted to write in a third person introspective kind of way, how he writes sometimes. But at the same time, what he was writing about, I was interested in. I wanted to write about also, but it wasn't my first love as far as writing was. So, and then but a lot of stuff is on me because I allow a lot of things to happen, and I didn't follow what I necessarily wanted to do. But for the people behind me. You know what I mean? Do you think it's necessary to be exposed to a lot of things in order for it to be something that you want to be? To learn what you really want to do. Because I feel, especially now, kids are exposed to a lot of things through YouTube and stuff, but they have no real desire to go out and do things.
Yes. I think you need to, you have to, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say, not say a lot of things, but a diversity of things. Because some things you don't realize you love until you experience it.
Right.
Granted, that I tried radio years ago, probably before WAFO, but I didn't understand it. But it wasn't until I had the internship at WAFO and realized that I realized that I could do this. Therefore, then I became committed to doing it. So then I just loved doing it. I was rocking out. Oh, this is good. So I had mentors who helped me with my voice, mentors that helped me with my voice, production, how to, these elements. And, but had I never had that experience, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known that I had the potential to do this. I wouldn't have known, I can be a personality. Oh, I can do production work. Oh, I can do engineer work. Oh, I can do this. Um, it was an idea or a thought, but to actually do it, expose myself to it. Like I told you, I spent time cooking. I thought I was gonna be a chef.
Right.
You know, it's like that. So you have to figure out, as I think Brother Leon said yesterday, the internal compass. Like, oh, okay, let me try this, and then it changes.
Yeah.
It changes. I think was it his name is not Dr. Wu. The guy from oh my gosh, The Monsters, Italian Chinese guy. He's a judge. He might be Korean. Off
Monsters?
right, Unmasked Singers or something.
Oh, you talking about yeah, I know you're talking about.
He
was a doctor at first.
Right. He was a doctor at first, and then
he became a comedian.
And it's like, oh,
I Chevello board and need a job.
Well, there's no paychecks over here.
But if you want to experience something,
okay?
Like,
definitely.
Speaking of experience stuff, Frank, I think that you do a very good job in that specific, in that position.
Mm-hmm.
You put it out there. Yeah, don't mind if you walk past, and you talk to them, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You provide opportunity
Yeah.
to experience. You know what I mean? But we don't have anywhere like that.
Google search my name, I am experienced. Well,
Google, I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is like, well, you heard what the man said. But what I'm saying is like, I feel like we need a space or a couple spaces that really present experiences for, if not for young adults, for the kids.
Yeah, no, definitely, because I think that there is media has been saturated. We know the gaming world. No beef to that. Be great, be amazing, be awesome. But I need to show the children the diversity of things. Even like the trading, like carpentry,
glasswork,
electrician.
I didn't when I was a kid. I didn't know that it was a specific job for people that give you X-rays. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't make any sense to me. Like, I didn't know, but I'm pretty sure. But like my uncle, who my aunt married, my Uncle Eric, that's what he does. You know what I mean? I didn't know that was a thing.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I thought, in the hospital, everybody was a nurse or a doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know about technicians. I didn't know about all those things. Growing up, all you hear about is firefighters, police officers, doctors, dentists. You know what I mean? Shoot, you might even hear about carpenters and stuff like that, but you don't hear about all the things that people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what if I like toys? I wanted to make toys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I don't care about the business of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I cared about the creation of a toy.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Well, where do I go?
I don't know a toy maker. I don't
know.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know a toy maker.
But then think of it this way: a toy maker is somebody that is a carpenter. Is someone that is, can do ironwork.
Mm-hmm.
Is someone that can work with plastic. Like, if somebody wanted to be a toy maker, knew 3 people that did any one of these things, learn how to do these 3 things, now they have the tools to make toys. And that's what I'm saying. We don't have a space. Mm-hmm. We don't have a space where people have experience or have information about these kinds of things. Yeah. From the ground floor up.
No, seriously. And this is something that I even talked to my about my dad.
Shoot. Nursing is new. Even though Buffalo supposedly has always been a nursing kind of city, I didn't know anything about nursing until I started working in healthcare.
No fact.
But everybody named Mama's a nurse. But no one has ever said anything to anybody about being a nurse.
No facts. No,
and I find that crazy.
Yeah, that conversation, that exposure. And it's crazy because I think as a kid in your adolescence,
I know Pastor Giles. That's my boy. That's my boy.
We enjoy your energy and I salute your success. Every person on my J page says salute. I appreciate it. 100%.
Appreciate it.
Fact. Because it's just required. You're just gonna have to find somebody. And because once you've exhausted your resources and all that you know how to do,
right.
You need somebody who's successfully excelling in. And I even say those who are not excelling in, but who have experience.
Right.
Because you can glean from what the do's and don't do.
Right.
You know? But it's like at this point, if I want to reach $1 million status, I can't. Don't get mad at me because I do admire food stamps. I can't always take counsel from somebody who's stuck in the same place that I'm in. Somebody said something on the radio recently, and I didn't want to get into him and check him about it. But it's not always best to have like-minded people. If everybody's thinking on the same level with the same limitations, we'll be in the same place still talking about a future that we can't obtain.
Right. My boy, Toby Nigwe, who I listen to all the time.
Yeah, come on, my boy.
He said something that I think is very important. He said, I have a goal.
Yes.
You can't other than the fact that I have there's people out here that want to help me reach my goal, which is great. But if you don't have a goal in helping me reach that goal, you can't help me reach my goal.
Can't help me. That's real.
You know what I mean? Like if you want to help me reach my goal, but you don't have anything that you want inside of that has to do pertaining to reaching my goal.
Yeah.
Then you can't help me. If you don't have a goal in being a great producer, or if you don't have a goal in being a cinematographer, if you don't have a goal in being a good cameraman, if you don't have a goal in being a good people person, talking to people, trying to get deals and things like that, if you don't have a goal and shoot. Another thing I didn't know that the person who holds microphones up in studios, that is a job. Mm-hmm. And it's not like it's a job with a union. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
facts,
I didn't even know what that was. You know what I mean? But this is the things in which I'll be talking about. Like, no one knows these things. And I feel it's unfair that you have to wait until college to want to experience things, which I'm going to say this now, and y'all can say what y'all want to say about it, but college does not help you with everything.
Oh, okay.
And when I say that, I mean they don't help you experience everything. Even though it's said that when you get to college, you gotta pick, choose. Try this. That is not true. And I'm gonna call out the school, right? I'm gonna call out a couple of other schools right now, and I don't care what they say. They can see me on this radio station. Come talk to them. Call your dean so they can come up here and explain themselves.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But like Buff State, Kenesha is like, you can't, if you're not in that specific major, you can't do other things. Like when I went there, I wanted to try out being in theater. I wanted to try out playing the piano. I wanted to try out doing all these things, but you couldn't do them unless this is the major you were in.
Wow.
Which means that coming to college does not broaden my experiences because you do not allow me to experience. You tell me that if I want to experience, I have to do this or I have to do that. And then you tell me I need experience.
But don't. Oh, that's
to try to experience something.
Yeah.
My daughter asked this question, and she been asking me this question for the last couple of days. She was like, "Why do you need experience to get a job if it's your first job?"
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I don't have the answer for that because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How do you expect me to have experience doing something if I've never done anything ever?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to sit me down and teach me.
Yeah, no facts.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
think about that. You know, talk to y'all people, talk to your administration, whatever you're doing. But like, you know, get it together.
Jay Cherie, good morning.
I think that is crazy.
By 716, it's about. 5716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked into Big Frank in the morning. I pray your day is going exceptionally well this morning. So much content is happening behind the scenes with myself and the Dark Knight on this beautiful morning. I feel like I'm about to do something deep. It sounds like I'm about to but we're talking about mentorship. We talked about, the importance of really exposure and like knowing where you're going. But one thing that came up in conversation is how do you know where you're going if you don't have the ability to experience the diversity of what's out there? Right. And that's what happens to, come on, last day of finals, to God be the glory. What happens is that people have limited exposure, so they operate in this limited lane. Then as they grow up, they have experiences and realize, oh, I don't want to do this. I really want to do that. But now here's the challenge of financial security, because I'd rather keep doing what I've been doing because it brings me a steady check, to then stop that and to explore the other realms. But I believe that where mentorship comes into play is that once you've decided what it is you want to do, that you are now connecting the dots. You said something profoundly, my God, today, earlier, and you said that Toby Wajua, I was Toby Wige. He said that if you don't have a goal, you can't attach to my goal. Pretty much, I paraphrase that dramatically. But what it is the fact. But it makes sense to me. You can't come and attach yourself to what I'm doing if you do not have a goal of your own to accomplish. Right. Because you'll be a helping hand, but also you'll be a liability. Like you're not putting that grunt.
Shoot, I'm gonna put it in the place where my nurse could catch it.
Come on.
So an anime called One Piece, the main character, his goal is to become the king of the pirates, right? Mm-hmm. But everybody on his crew has a different goal that they're trying to reach. Mm-hmm. And all of these goals will still help the main character reach his goal.
Yeah.
So in that sense, like we talked about earlier, it's not important to surround yourself around people that are like-minded.
Yeah.
Important. Yeah. The thing is to surround yourself with people who want to do something that may correlate with what you're trying to do.
And this is going to be good for somebody. And be okay with the fact
that your vision is different.
Facts. That the vision, you may hold similarities, but understand this is what I come to work. For example, I'll talk about it right now. Now 716 Studios is a business center on Williams Road. They're designed to help new businesses establish and get to the next level. Great. They have a podcast room, probably now 716, which comes on every day from 6 to 6:30. It's always somebody different throughout the week. But that's a podcast studio. Great. Our vision or our desire is the same, but what we do to execute is different. So what Fire 716 Radio is doing, and what Handley Studio is doing, JQ Juicing is doing, there's an overall goal for the betterment of Niagara Falls, Niagara County, to build this up. He has the same agenda, but understand that we don't operate in the same lane. Except this is not a podcast, this is a radio. This radio broadcast 24/7. Right. When I talk about studio work, I'm talking about full little mini production, and I'm okay with what it is, but I also know that we are connected because we desire to reach another level, another platform on two different levels.
Right.
And it's good.
Right.
We have the same, like I said, same mindset, but different agenda, different goals. And I think that's important when it comes down to
Oh, my man Jay Earnite done came back. My man said, I was just at yet another design event last night where I was the only black man there out of probably 4 black people in total, LOL. Kind of feel inspired to do something about that. Come on, Josh, go and do something about it, Brody. Do it.
No, seriously, because some people just don't know. We don't know. And this is what I told somebody yesterday. I said, I'm going to be very honest with the people I was talking to. I said, I hear you telling me that there are resources available. Great. I hear you. But you never tell me always how to access the resources.
Right.
So, and I use grant. Oh, apply for a grant. Grant. Good. I hear you. What are the steps? Where are they located?
Right.
No, Google it. Google come all kind of grants all over the world. Right. But like make, and I hate to say this, I know some people worked hard. That's the purpose of a trailblazer. You below a trays or you're trailblazing to make the steps easier for those who are coming behind you.
Right.
So at this point, I need people who have successfully executed certain tasks. You trailblaze. But now, come on, help us get there. And don't just talk about it from
build a road and then build transportation.
Make
signs, pave it.
Facts.
Teach me how to show me how to get there while I'm getting there.
And we need that because there's so much distraction, there's so many deterrents, there's so much stuff going on that you need that. How can I make this the easiest for us? But to Josh, I encourage you to make it happen.
Be it.
Matter of fact, be it.
And it's crazy because Josh, you are the only black architect that I know.
Facts.
And after me and you, I met someone else who is close to us who also wanted to be an architect, but what I would have never known if I never talked about you being an architect.
Right.
Never known that was something that he also wanted to do. Too.
And it's like that. It's like that. And I said this on my podcast yesterday. You got to be in the room.
Right.
You have to be in the room. But we have been limited and not exposed to the fact that you can be. To tell a kid who's been drawing and sketching and designing just bad random stuff, just whatever. If he's never exposed to the fact that you can make this picture a reality, really? You have to expose that. And I think that we've gotten very lax when it comes down to exposing the youth to the possibilities.
I don't even know what it is. It's not even lax. It's that some people find success in it, some people don't. And because it's not a guaranteed thing, it's not pushed.
Then you want to preach on a Friday, okay? No, but that's a real
not
thing.
A guaranteed thing. It's not pushed. And I can speak on that because, and it sounds like I'm bashing my mother, but my mother is a wonderful person. She definitely helped me do a lot of things. But, just in the general sense, like with me, I wanted to be a writer, but it wasn't guaranteed. And as your mother, she wants you to succeed. So she's never going to tell you something that can't happen. On its own. Like naturally. So she was like, I don't know about that. What would you do? How would you do it? And later on in my life, I learned that getting a degree in writing still would have opened up doors to other things that probably ain't really have to do with writing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we need we definitely need a space to give experience to children. I feel like mentoring is something that it shouldn't start once I'm grown. We need people to step up and be like, hey, I'm willing to mentor and I'm here to do it.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this right now, and then we're gonna come back. What do you do when it's offered and it's informed, but the parents don't take advantage of it, or don't relate to their children? And I talk about what I'm talking about when I come back on Fire.
Gotcha.
716 Big Frank in the morning. because I've been to a set location whose name I will not mention. But I've been to a set location and I offered them the possibility of training somebody to do radio. I offered them sorry guys, I'm doing a lot. I offered them training for radio, teaching that. I offered them a space to come down here and you've been watching TikTok and stuff. Let's see what it takes to produce a TikTok or YouTube channel. But it's like, dang, once I've offered it, because of the lack of exposure again, and it's not a guarantee. Right. It's like, I don't know about that. You know, I'm not offering that to my kids. Oh, sound good, yeah. And in reality, it's like, I'm not talking about it. Right? I'm not going. And it's like, okay.
But see, like, I don't know, because that's definitely an aspect of it. You know, what do you do when the parent doesn't refuses to bring the kid through the open door? Okay.
Yeah.
And not because of phone call.
Far as everyone's radio, Frank speaking. Yes. Give me what's that? Give me about 30 seconds. I'll bring you on. All right. Go ahead, Frank. Go. We're coming right after this song.
So like, so that's definitely a thing. I don't know. What do you do as a kid? You can't do anything. You know what I mean?
I don't drive,
especially because you don't. And if you don't know, if your mom know, but you don't know, that's something that she don't have to carry with her for the rest of her life. Yeah. That she didn't take opportunity.
No,
and it's not that. Yeah. But then do you, as the person who in it, do you say something to the child that wants to do the thing though?
Yeah.
I think that would have to be the next step. If for you as someone who mentors people, that would be the next step. Would be if your mother won't hear you, I'll tell the child. Yeah. I can't pull them here or there. I'll know that it's there for him.
Yeah.
Because I think that's also important too. It's just knowing that
it's there. Yeah. In fact, better come in now. Fire. Nope. 5716, your boy Big Frank, locked in the Big Frank in the morning. You just heard Miami by Will Smith. He ain't smacking nobody right now, so we good. But listen, my homegirl is on the line. Jay Cherie, how you feeling on this beautiful Friday? My queen, how you living?
I'm good. Preparing for the last day of finals, so I can finally come back to the station because I miss y'all, man.
No, facts. So, lay in on the question for the day as it pertains to mentorship and the discussion right now.
Well, I was going to handle the discussion first. So you posed the question afterwards, and I think before we even get to that question, the first question, I would say that in this region, how do we become that mentor? How do we open those spaces for kids when this region is focused on only paying attention to the notable people? Because I have noticed in this region with Buffalo and Niagara Falls, if your name isn't popular, people aren't going to be checking for you, period. So it's hard to get the kids the information when the parents won't try to put it along because they don't know you.
Yeah. That is when you're going to have to bypass the parent and you're going to have to be in the school. Because what ends up happening is the fact, because the parents don't know you, they don't trust you, they don't really rock with you. Who is this person? Or they just talking crazy, and then they lack comprehension of if you came in here and told me that, oh, my kid about to come to your place and be a gamer. He's not about to play the game all day. We're not about to do all that. No, I'm about to teach him how to do code. I'm about to teach him how to make a game. Oh no, he's not coming to play no game. That boy is gonna be educated. No, you're missing it because you don't comprehend the words that I'm saying. You don't understand the words when I'm out of my mouth. Therefore, there's limitations, and also because you don't comprehend, you're not free to expose your child to that. So,
And a lot go into making a video game.
Right, exactly. But we don't, you know.
Yeah, but we didn't know that.
We didn't know that, and it's like that. There's one challenge there. There's two. Does me getting my kid to you interfere with me doing what I do? I got to work. I got to make money. I don't have the transportation to get him to a Saturday academy or to get him to a whatever a metro. You know, depending on age or whatever. And then popularity is persuasive, and that's really the truth. Yeah. If you're not popular, you're gonna have to work harder. If you're not known, well, there's people who I can walk up to, take their kids, and being here and really just create something crazy. One boy, like, Frank, I want to come back to the studio and record. I got you. But somebody else is just, who's you?
Right, they don't know you. Right?
And it's
right.
It's disheartening, but it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing to make sure? I'll say this. I'll say for Buffalo, and it's only because I do Saturday Academy. And what they do on Saturday is they have the school becomes the local community center, if you will. So they have different vendors come in, people doing different things, so kids can participate and be a part and educate. But that needs to be something that is consistently done in the schools as well. And it's not easy.
Right.
It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh my God, it's just show up. No, it is challenging, but it is necessary because our children are dying.
Yeah.
Because they don't have
right. Because in my field, especially what I'm going into, people know Dr. Leland Jones, people know Lynn Parker. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of different therapists out there that are Christian-based therapy. But if they don't know you, like if they don't know Dr. Leland Jones, or you're affected, or you're connected with him, or Lynn Parker, then they're like, nah, pass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's even weighing it's even going past like trying to fight against the popularity, because people know Jessica as the COG, but they don't know Jessica, the future mental health counselor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like for that's always an issue. Is like, okay, well, your name isn't popular, so your name is based on your credibility. Even though they know Big Frank the comedian, they know Big Frank, you know, they know Frank the dancer, they know Elder Frank. But it's like now they don't know this portion of Big Frank, which is like owner of Fire 716 Radio. So even though you're popular, it's still like, okay, I don't know, you're not popular in this area. And I think that's something that we have to consistently fight about to like make ourselves multifaceted so people don't put us in a one-dimensional box.
So what you have to do is you have to just be. And you have to be and operate as if you are. Because it switches. Let's talk about it. Because Lynn Parker wasn't always Lynn Parker. Her name. And hey, Lynn, if you're tuning in, hey, you know, wasn't always that. But consistently, the small number becomes big numbers. We have to maintain the courage to operate as if we are. I'm gonna say how I hear it. Grand. Okay, we are big. We are somebody. So even with the radio station, I operate as if the listeners are all millions. Okay, we're gonna move and we're gonna operate like we top notch. And I think the confidence you have to maintain is, okay, listen, even though I'm battling, you know, those who are powerful, who know, I'm going to do my due diligence, and I'm going to let my proof of my words and what I say and what I do walk and talk for me. I'm just not gonna let it work for me. But I get it. It's a challenge that we do face in our community. Both Niagara, Buffalo, Erie County, Niagara County, probably around the world, because those who name ring bells get to sell. I'm just saying, but definitely something that we got to work towards. And I want to again encourage Josh, Brody, there's no reason why you can't have. I'm gonna say it, and they may not like it. Black Architects ABC, okay? Right. Come on, ABC.
Right.
Architects, I can't spell. I think I want to go BAC, but that's something else. But the Architects Black Caucus Community or something, whatever, just to unite those who have a desire and want to link in advance. And even as my sister, the counselor, you know, you are that, you know, we know what degrees got required. You understand the process, but definitely you are that, and you'll be that asset to the kingdom across the board. And also remember this: we are preachers, and at home,
right.
You're not always celebrated. Right. So sometimes you'll be the best counselor around the world, and at home you still, hey Lolo, What? Hey, look, what? Look, hey, look. I know, look. But listen, it's going down this morning. My girl Jay Sheree is on the line, and my boy Daniel is in the room. Listen, I thank you for calling in. Always. I told her you're gonna be here, but you're not gonna be. I ain't. You here now? Okay, I thank you for showing up.
You told me I was coming to the building. Let's be clear. You said I was coming to the building, but no, I had a few minutes before I had to campus and take care of this last bit of the work. But I was always going to support y'all.
No, I appreciate it 100%. Listen, enjoy your day. Thank you for calling in. It's going down, y'all. 5716 Big Frank in the morning.
If you are trying to expose the child to things, but the child does not want to experience things. Like, and I'm saying this because we also, like, now, other than the fact that we spend, we live in a time where everything costs money to do.
Yeah.
We also live in a time where parents are doing a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I mean, or whatever. So they don't have time to put people into things that they don't want to do or whatever, or at least they use that as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do then? I know my parents had a thing that once you started it, you could not quit. So if you started it, you had to finish it all the way out, no matter what it is.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You had to finish it. And if you ain't like it after you finished it, you ain't got to do it no more.
Yeah.
But you're going to finish this stretch of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I know of a couple of people who refuse to force their kids to do things. But I feel that, and it's because I was raised this way, but also because as of right now, like, I don't have a mentor for a lot of things that I want to do. How do you expect your kids to be ready or to know what they want if you don't make them do things, even things that they don't really want to do? Like, because I know a whole bunch of people that at first didn't want to do the thing that they are doing now, but now they love doing it.
Right. Because I think that this is up to the parent to expose their children to different things, period. Because if not, they'll only be what they see. And if all they see is the mediocrity or just whack living, that's what okay. But you got to sometimes, it's not about, and that's the sound with parents, and it's not you're the parent. Okay.
Right. That's my thought. Like, because I know me personally, I feel like, I have my couple kids that, hey, man, we're going to try everything.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, we're going to try everything, you're going to do it all. And then if you don't like it, there's something we're going to put to the side.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it no more. Now, later on, you're like, you know what? I want to try that again.
Yeah.
Fine. You know what I mean? But, like, initially, like, once we started, we're going to finish all the way through. And then if you don't like it after that, then, at least you have the base.
Follow through, my boy.
At least you have the base. I think it's important to be, it's nothing wrong with being a jack of all trades until you want to be a master of something.
Yeah, I got you.
And we don't teach jack of all trade mentality.
No, we don't. Because you've been back, because listen, this we just see right here.
Jack of all trade.
Jack of all trades, and using what I've learned to my advantage to become owner. There are people, like, for example, I know that there are people who are masters in soundboard. They're masters in sound engineering, cameras, granted. But until you show up and pull up,
right?
I know how to make things happen,
right?
So
shoot, it's like a musician, like, like my boy Zay, he a drummer. Drumming is what he do. Got it. All right. Can't nobody tell him nothing about no drums. All right. But he also is still open to learn other instruments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He don't have no problem learning other instruments. He does practice other things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's once again, it's better to be a jack of all trades than because then you could put your hand and still be a master of one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because now nobody can box you in as a drummer, or nobody can box you in as, bro, all she can do is sing.
Yeah. And that's attached to
all you can do is draw.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You need exposure to show that you can defy the limitations.
Right.
And you can't be stuck for the projections that people have on you. Because if you listen to people who can only handle you at a certain level or a certain weight, that's where they're going to keep you. So this girl right now, she was 2 or 3 when I did Medea back in 2012. But now here we are. We how many years is that? I can't do math. 12.
It's like 10 years.
10 years later, so she might have been 4 or 5. It was like now she's like 16, 17. But she still recalls that moment. So when she see me, it's always going to be relevant to that moment. But I've surpassed that. We're over that. We're past that. But it's like if I listened to everybody else, I would have said stuck right there as Frank the comedian. I would say stuck as Frank the line dancer, the party starter. I would have been stuck just, those elements, but I never would have reached the power of ownership where I am now had I restricted myself to the thoughts and opinions of those around. I thank God for the exposure.
But that's what I mean. Like, that's where the mentor part comes. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we can experience it because first, we don't really have much experience. So yeah, we do need spaces where people can experience things. But at the same time, with that experience, you still need a guide in the experience. You know what I mean? You still need a teacher in those experiences because you don't know what you can do. You know what I mean?
No facts.
If I like I said earlier, the whole writing thing, didn't really know. Like I wanted to write books or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? But writing go past that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Writing goes, in a writing room at SNL or at a studio like at Warner Bros. At Sony or something. Writing can take you writing the story for a video game. Writing can, it can put you in a suit and now you're teaching a class and it ain't gotta be about writing, it's just teaching a class. You know what I mean? Writing could go into writing grants, writing could go into, notarizing, writing could go into a lot of things because in these things you need to know how to write. You know what I'm saying?
Right, so,
but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you expect your kids and us adults, you know what I mean, at the same time, you that's where the mentoring come in. We need somebody who, even if they, like you said earlier, it's not sometimes not even about having success in it. Sometimes it's just about I've been there, I've tried it, I know what hasn't worked for me. Not saying you can't try it, but I know what hasn't worked for me. Yeah, and this is probably why it didn't work for me. This is what has been working. Take it farther if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? A lot of it is information, and people will tell you like, well, you can look it up, man. You can read it. Yeah. But if you not putting your hand, and my boy Jonathan, who just started watching, is a key person in this belief that if I can't put my hands on it, I ain't learn it. So if you don't allow me to put my hands on it, I'm not gonna learn it. I could sit and watch YouTube videos all day. Absolutely. But if I don't try it, you know what I mean? I'll never know.
No facts. It's that time. It's that time to be.
Come on, it's that time for the community to open up and show people what you know and what you can do. Yeah. Stop keeping your talents to yourself because you're worried that somebody gonna one up you and be better than you. That is not what it is about. You walking around with this crab in a barrel mentality.
And I'm gonna say this: for proper mentorship, there should be succession. Because if I mentor you
And you don't do better than I did.
Fact, you're supposed
you're
to.
You're wasting what I put in you.
You're supposed to. Y'all not gonna like that. You're supposed to exceed out. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
You're supposed to take what I've given you and take us to the next level.
Right.
Like you should. If you're not doing that, you're doing yourself a disservice. Because you don't need another. The mentorship is not to make you a carbon copy of
right. It's to be a step for you to go.
Right.
You know, if you're not willing, but that's what I'm saying. We got to get out that mentality of not wanting to be a springboard for someone else. It's very important for you to be a springboard for someone else, because that springboard is also going to pull you up too. Because know what they're going to say when they get this, or when they make this, they're going to say, shoot, you know, when I ain't know nothing, Frank taught me everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I need something, you know who I'm gonna call first? I'm gonna call Frank.
Yeah,
Yo, man, you know, I've hit a wall. Can you come and help me? Can you come and do this?
Right.
You know what I mean? And what would you look like saying being mad or being jealous because someone has superseded, but that's what you wanted them to do in the first place?
Right. And it's a responsibility. It's a responsibility, man. And everybody's not down for it. Everybody has that, you said, the crap in the barrel mentality. That's why the mentors are missing. Because they're afraid, oh, you're not going to do better than me. I am.
Yes, every single time.
5716, your boy Big Frank. You're locking at Big Frank in the morning. It's going down this morning. I pray all is well with you. It is currently 34 minutes past the top of the hour. It's lit, man. It's crazy. My boy, the Dark Knight is in the room. My girl, J. Cherie, handling her business across the world. The conversation has really gotten amazing and really gotten good. And the question that we're really at now is like, where are the mentors? You know, granted, we just talked about recently, you know, those who you know wanted to impart, want to be a part, but where are the people who's doing the imparting?
Right.
Some people are afraid that if you are my mentor, that I'm going to do it better than you. And I am, you know, and that's the goal, that the person who's following you should be able to take what you have to the next level. Right. You know, mentorship is, like I said earlier, it's not a carbon copy. I don't need you to just duplicate. Right. I need you to take it to the next level. Even in myself, as I serve Covenant of Grace Fellowship International as a church, as an organization, I'm going to execute every vision that we've had from the beginning and what we're adding to now. But not only that, I am going to take it higher, because that's the responsibility of true, not just sonship, but a true mentor and mentee. When I hear a lady, we call her Grant Lady, write a post, oh, my mentee just got $10 million in grants for, oh, beautiful.
Right.
You're supposed to take what I'm giving you and excel and not be offended.
Celebrate it.
Celebrate.
Because it shows that the work that you did was worth it.
Love clap.
Like being a mentor is like being a parent. If you don't want your kids to do good, better than you, you shouldn't do it. But at the same time, as of right now, we need you to do it because we don't have any.
No, that's real.
And I'm gonna tell y'all how I hear it. Y'all need to stop being suckers and stop being stupid. Like, get up, get up and be like, yo, I know I have knowledge in this.
Yeah,
I need to show somebody.
Yeah,
you know, you should want to legacy yourself.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about that all the time. You should want to legacy yourself through other people.
And you have to. And that's something that I'm working on here, even at the station. Like, I can tell people, I may be the owner. I'm not here to be the face. It's not really about, oh, Frank, oh my God. Listen, there's a greater assignment for me in this world as it pertains to the message of Jesus Christ and getting that out. And I know this. I also know that there comes a time where I'm flying in and out. My life is going to change. But I'm here to provide. Dylan, where you at? I need you to go ahead and move to the city and stop playing and let's get this bread. But what it is my goal has always been to provide a space for people to work their craft. And apparently I'm adding, it's not an addition, I just named it different, Handley Studios, which is a place not for me to do all the production work,
right,
but have the equipment necessary that you can come and rent out and be great. The radio station is a place for you to come, encourage, inspire, uplift the people, but for you to be great. Because it's not about just me alone, but the goal is, right now there's somebody who has a radio station that's been around for 60, 80 years. But I don't see your succession.
right.
I don't see, if something happens to you, who has it next? With the same passion, and I hear,
Come on.
you know, who has it next? Like who's gonna take over? If something was to happen to you tomorrow, or you know, something gets sick, or it's just your time, we go 10, 20 years down the line, where is your succession? Where's your mentee? Because sometimes the problem isn't the person willing. Sometimes it's the mentor not willing to accept.
Right.
Because you don't want anybody to step over, outside, or beyond
Right.
the scope of where you are.
Right.
And that can be a problem all by
I
itself.
feel like that's childish.
100%.
Childish behavior. My thing, and I'm gonna say this, and black people, y'all not gonna like this. All right. Your white counterpart, in some cases, more cases than you think, is willing to teach another black person how to do their job.
Yeah.
But you, as a black person, doesn't want to teach another black person how to do your job.
Yeah.
Like, don't you find that? Don't you get sick about that? Don't that make you sick? Like, don't you want to have that legacy?
Yeah.
Don't you want to be the person that when they succeed, you could be like, I did that.
No, fact.
See that right there? That right
Fact.
there? I was there.
Fact.
Yeah, that was me. You know what I mean? Because with that comes prestige.
Yes.
Don't you want that? Don't you want prestige?
Yeah.
And we gotta, that's why, like we said earlier, we gotta get out that crab in the barrel mentality.
100%.
And we need to get into that, we talk about it all the time, being a lion and all this other stuff, all these animals that do all this stuff, but you ain't really trying to be king for real.
Yeah, no, facts. And Dr. Sharita said that's so true. Black folks are lacking in true mentorship, 100%. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I might kick off the council. I just joined. I just joined the ministerial council here in the city of Niagara Falls. Money is due soon. It's coming. But we have a meeting on Monday just because they're watching. And I look at, and I'm gonna say this: I'm looking at the body of Christ among those who have been here for 30, 40 years already. And I'm not seeing their succession.
Right. You don't have no adjutants.
You don't have it. Which now if you tap into the room, it's so I'm not really mad because I have no problem being the new location for all to come in 10, 20 years. Because if there is no succession, there's one church, and I'm not gonna call them out, who just had ministers coming to fill in the spot because their pastor transition with no succession. So we did 4 or 5 years of just random. I won't say random. People coming through. That still sounds bad. That sounds good. People just coming through to fill in that Sunday morning spot because there was no succession. There's been no mentorship for the mentee to advance, or that duration. And I think that we have to get back to mentoring and showing people. Like, and I say this. I pray that God grants me somebody like me or better than me as I advance in ministry and try to be an owner and try to balance it all. As a father, as a husband, as a chief ruling elder, as a business owner, video editor, all these things that I'm doing. God, I want to be able to mentor somebody that hopefully one day that will be an asset to me. But I'm gonna be very honest before we get out of here and come back with Felicia Brown said many churches will be that way. No, definitely. You ain't gotta die in your position. Come on, be around to pass the baton. 100%. 100%. I forgot what I was about to say. I was reading, but definitely, you have to pass the baton. You have to transition it. But for me, I want somebody to be able to be an asset to me. That okay, good. I can put this in your hands now. I love God. I do. I love preaching and preaching shall pass out. I have no problem overseeing. I have no problem just going to visit. Make sure y'all maintain the character. I can preach from my living room if I get real happy. Okay, baby God, sit here, do it for you. Yes. But the truth of the matter is, I want to have succession in ministry, in business, in these areas, and I don't want to wear myself out.
Right.
This is what I was going to say. It came back to me. Sometimes mentors stop mentoring because it hurts. Mm-hmm. Sometimes because we said this yesterday, we are people, therefore we are not perfect.
Right.
But sometimes we invest time and energy, and there is no positive return on the investment. Mm. It is mentorship. And help me, Dr. Sharita, if you're still on here. There is mentorship that then becomes too close because, you're my mentor, but now I've gotten too close. Now I see the fact that you got imperfections. Now I'm turned off the work you've done because I see, you're doing this, you're doing that because I'm still human and I still have my flaws.
Right.
So sometimes in that is like, dag. And this is different between trying to live holy and live a standard of life versus somebody who out here just doing fire or whatever.
Right,
okay. Right. And it's like that. I hurt them, but then it hurts me because I had great expectations for you, but my constant disappointment, I'm just not going to even.
It's crazy because I seen this yesterday and I watched it on anime.
Yeah.
Where the guy, the master, he felt that he couldn't teach anymore.
Yeah.
Because his disciple went astray.
Yeah.
And then his disciple felt that he couldn't practice anymore.
Come on. Because
of how he made his master feel.
Wow.
But once they knew how each other felt.
Appreciate it, doctor.
You know what I'm saying? Once somebody in between told each one how the other one felt, they were able to find the peace in it.
Yeah.
Because he never stopped taking your teaching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He stopped that negative thing he was doing.
Yeah.
He took what you said into account. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you, the master, you never stopped caring about him. And now that he knows that, he feels better.
Yeah.
And now you feel better because now you know that it all worked out in the end.
Right.
In that same way, you know what I mean? You know, we are human and we get hurt in this and stuff like that. But shoot, man. Another thing, I'm gonna bring another example. Even Obi-Wan Kenobi had to teach Luke.
Yeah.
Even after Anakin killed everybody. Even after Anakin killed everybody, became Darth Vader. He still went along and taught Luke after.
Yeah.
And Luke saved his dad later.
Right. And Dr. Sharita says there has to be grace in mentorship. Absolutely. And often the mentor will put their expectations on the mentee that is not God's expectation. Now you talking?
That's true.
That's a real thing. Some people are not ordained, not destined to be what you projected them to be.
Right.
But listen, it's going down this morning. When we get back, we'll get into our final thoughts. It's going down 5716. Listen, for continued conversation, follow us on YouTube and on Facebook. The conversation's still going on right here on Fire. 716 Big Frank in the morning.
You know, Sharita, that's what I'm saying.
No, absolutely.
Has to be open and be
No, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
The mentor has to be open to the mentee being the teacher.
Shoot, think of it in a teacher-student way.
Yeah,
you can't stop teaching because one of your students or a couple of your students don't get to where you want them to be.
No, right.
Well, your job was to teach them all you knew.
Yeah.
And as a mentor, it's your job to impart on the next generation of people the things of what you know. Because if you don't, you're doing the next generation a disservice.
Yeah.
And now, how do you expect them to? You can't give them. You're not giving them a step to step up to.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't give them all you got.
Yeah.
Because all you can do is and God do it with us. God will lay the plan out.
Definitely.
He will tell you what the next step is. If you don't take that next step, That's on you.
Yeah.
But I gave it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God gave you his son. If you don't want to be holy, that's on you. But I gave it to you.
Facts.
I gave you the door to be holy on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mia says, mentee doesn't equal mini-me. They shouldn't become a carbon copy of. That's exactly what I said earlier. Absolutely. Yeah. Listen, as much of the oil that I've gleaned from my mentor, the bishop, the late apostle Joseph Bridges Jr., we are not the same. I'm the Martian. No, absolutely. Also, commonality breeds contempt. The mentor cannot allow the mentee to become common with him or her. Lines get blurred. 100%.
Right.
Tough.
I totally agree because I've tried to not necessarily. I won't say I tried to mentor anybody because I don't think I've been there. I've been a parent, but I have never tried to. I've never pulled somebody under my wing 100%. I've tried to guide people on things.
Yeah.
Who have different objectives, who have different ideas than me, in which we talked about earlier. That you don't want to be around people with the same idea. Anyway, like my one man, I tried to help him write his stuff.
Yeah.
Now the thing that he was writing, I had no real knowledge of, and I really didn't care too much for the subject matter.
Yeah.
But I still showed him all I had that I knew about the process at the time, which I don't know a whole bunch because I don't have a mentor in it. But I gave him what I had.
Yes.
Now, if he use it or if he don't use it, that's on him. But I gave it to him, and that's how you should want to be as a mentor. You should give all you can.
Yeah.
When you can, anytime that you can, and that's why and I'll keep saying it. We need people that want to give it.
Yeah.
And we need people to want to give it.
Yep.
Period. You know what I mean? And I give a lot of love to my cousin Frank because he is always open to show somebody something. So like,
the same applies to the spiritual parent and son. Absolutely. Okay, I'm in there right here. Our time is up. Mm-hmm. 716 ready. Your boy Frank like the Big Frank in the morning. It's me. My boy The Dark Knight is on. Jay Cherie's already handling her due diligence in the world. The conversation has really just been amazing and off the chain. And boundaries are important in mentorship. Boundaries are also important in the spiritual side, the parents and mothers. I'll say this: as much of a father, the apostle Bishop, the apostle Joseph Brinson Jr. was to me, boundaries just didn't cross. I know what this is. I know what this assignment is. I know what this purpose is, and I'm not going to cross those lines, if you will. So I agree with that 100% times 1,003. I chose 1,003. But listen, I encourage you all that's listening on Facebook, YouTube, on air, seek mentorship for the different components. Let me help you out real quick. I'm gonna say this. You may not like me. All right. You understand mentorship and understand who's who. There's business mentorship, there's spiritual mentorship, and I learned this from Les Brown, and he categorized his associations because I'm not going to allow the spiritual to dictate to me how to handle business. Now, it's different if they're educated and they have those things, but it's like, spiritually, I'm here for you. Philosophy, let's talk theology, hermeneutics, let's go that route.
Right.
But what's required in business, if you're not educated or you're not well known in it, I'm not going to have you mentor me in that. You may give me some God guidance.
Right.
And, you might be like, God is saying in this season, whatever. And I'll take that as the Spirit leads. But I'm not going to lean on you to help me develop a business if you're not business savvy.
Right.
So knowing how to identify what component each person's play is in the thing. But listen, it's been a good conversation today. It's really been good, really been amazing. Before we get out of here, let's go ahead and hit him with the final thoughts. Sir Daniel, Dark Knight, what you got for the people?
Yeah, a couple. So, one, we really got to start that crab in the barrel mentality.
Yeah,
it's hurting us more than it's helping us. And I'm gonna take it to the simplest it can be. Stop being that girl that know how to do hair who don't want to teach your friend how to braid because you think she's gonna take your customers. Mm-hmm. What that look like? Teach her how to braid. Y'all can open up a shop.
Right.
You know what I mean? See, but that crab in the barrel mentality is what keep you from being. That's gonna keep you from being great. My other thing is that seek mentorship, but also be a mentor. Yeah. It's important for you to pass on the information that you have. Mm-hmm. Not passing on the information that you have is hurting everybody else.
Yeah.
It is not your job to be a monolith. It is not your job to be a wall. Because you're going to die. And you know what they're going to do with all the stones that you built up for that wall? They're just going to break it down anyway. So stop being a wall, because walls don't last. Be stairs.
Walls don't last. Yeah.
Because stairs are used every day.
Every day. Come on. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow, Lord. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. I'm going to pause here real quick. Know how to follow before you lead. Know how to observe and to glean and to be aware of how to navigate through things. Because I tell my ministers all the time, my greatest asset is being available and present to watch my mentor operate in his vein, because it gives me a direction of what's required and how to move. Yet I am open to what God says in the personal part of who I am. But if you're not watching and you're not observing and you're not being present and you're not following, when your moment comes, you don't know what to do, because you haven't been gleaning. You haven't been paying attention. So I encourage you to follow before you lead. Find you a mentor. Find somebody to help you in your business, your goals, your dreams, and ministry. All right? Everything ain't for everybody. Somebody told me a long time ago, take the meat, leave the bone. You can give me all of this, but I'm going to take from this what is beneficial to me, because what comes with the bone is gristle, some marrow, and these are not necessarily efficient for me in this state. Right. And that's okay. But take it, I'll glean from it. It's your boy, Big Frank. I holler at y'all. Dark Knight.
Shout out to
y'all. It's been real. It's been live. It's going down. I'll holler at y'all on Monday. Fire 716 Radio. Make sure you check out Nas Studio as well. 6 o'clock today. I have somebody on today. Faith with Mr. Khan. I said it wrong. Nas Studio 716. Check him out. It's going down. Fire 716 Radio. Your boy Big Frank. Let's go and let's get it.
Shoot. If y'all know people that know things, put them out there, man.
Yeah.
Put them out there. Put it out there. Man, maybe we need to start a post. Just comment all the people you know. And don't comment just their names. Comment their names, tag their names, and tell us what they do. Don't tag Michael Johnson. And Michael Johnson is an electrician. Bam! That's what we need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can work on just getting a list of positive.
Thank you for rocking out this morning. I holler at y'all. Y'all be blessed, never stress, say less. Until Monday, Friday.
Enjoy yourself.
Fact.
You might not have to go to work tomorrow, and if you do, enjoy yourself anyway.
Fact.